Hey everybody, and a special hello to my friend Charlie, who asked that I draw a garbage truck. Okay, so the most important thing before you start drawing is to figure out where on the page your drawing is going to be. In this case, I'm going to draw the garbage truck kind of right about here in the middle of the page. I'm not going to start over here because then I might end up with my drawing over here, and I'm not going to start here because then I might run off the page. So I'm going to start around here and put a wheel here and a wheel here. And then the garbage truck will go on top. So everyone knows how to draw a wheel, right? You just draw a circle. Make it pretty big because it's got to carry a lot of trash. Okay, and another big wheel. And don't worry about it being a perfect circle. Sometimes when there's a lot of weight on the truck, it weighs the circle down, so it might be a little flatter, or it might be a little taller. Don't worry about it. Just make a circle however you make a circle. And then draw another circle inside that circle. Another circle inside that circle. Now we have two big old wheels to carry our garbage truck. Okay. And then, just because I know there's a base to this garbage truck, I'm going to go ahead and connect these two circles. It's almost like these are a big pair of glasses and you've got a big old nose right here in the middle. Okay, so to get a little bit fancy, I'm going to add what we call an arc over this wheel. And then I'm going to connect there. And I'm going to do the same thing. It's almost like a rainbow. So these are like the little bumpers over the tires. Okay. All right. And see how sometimes I'm not able to connect things perfectly? That's okay, because we're not worried about that. We're worried about getting better. Okay? And so every time you draw something, you should think, I'm getting a little better at that. And that's a win. Okay? Don't get frustrated just because you can't do things perfect, because I could find a lot of things wrong with this drawing, but I'm just happy I'm drawing. Okay, so now we're actually going to draw the front of the garbage truck, because there's got to be somebody driving, right? So we're going to start by drawing a big old bumper right here. Okay, so that's the front of the truck. He might have some lights here. Maybe we'll draw some little lines because it's dark. Okay, and so then we got to do the cabin. The cabin is where the driver sits, right? So we're going to draw kind of a little hump here and then curve in. And then we're going to draw another little hump here and curve in, okay? And then stop just past the tire there, you see? And it's okay if you go a little long. Every garbage truck is different. There's no right way to draw a garbage truck, that's for sure. Okay, and then we know we don't extend this back here because what's back here? That's right, the big old dump part. What would we call that? The bin where all the trash goes, maybe? That's cool. We'll call it that. We'll call it a bin, okay? If I call something a bin, just know what I'm talking about is where all the garbage goes in. Okay, so the back of this cabin part is you can do it lots of different ways, but I'm gonna do kind of down and then over at like a diagonal line. And then, I forgot to do this part, but I'm gonna connect another line here. And then I'm gonna connect that line down, okay? And so now we're starting to see the garbage truck take shape. So we're missing something right here where you could see the driver. That's right, windows. Okay, so windows are fun. We're just gonna do kind of a shape just similar to what we did before, but just a little bit inside that shape. And we're gonna go down and over. And then maybe there's a little back seat here where some support garbage men and women can go. And they sit back there, maybe? You can do as many windows as you want. You can do one big window. It's all up to you. And then if you want, you can draw the driver. And maybe he's waving at Charlie because Charlie came out to say hello. And the only reason he's able to wave right now is because they're stopped. If he was driving, he'd have two hands on the wheel and he'd be looking forward. Okay. So now we've got this whole big space where we've got to put, what did I call it again? A bin. That's right. Okay, and what goes inside the bin? That's right, trash, of course. Okay, this might be the hardest part of the whole drawing, but you see this corner here and this corner here? We're going to try and draw a line right beside it that goes all the way down. And an easy way to draw a line, I find, is to draw a point here, and then a point maybe here, and then try and connect those two. Because then you have something to aim for, okay? There you go. Looking good, guys. Okay, So now we've got to draw the base of this. And we're going to draw it across over that wheel. Try and draw as straight of a line as you can. And then go kind of to the back of the truck. Okay. So now let's go back up here because we're starting to see this binge take shape. So sometimes there's kind of like this little lid part that extends over this, and then draw up, and then draw over. But don't go too far past that corner because we are going to do another little dip, a different angle, and then we're going to draw a straight line across. That's right. Okay, you see this point here? We're going to go past that point just a little bit, because now we've got to draw a triangle. And so to make this easier on myself, I'm going to put another dot here, and I'm going to try and draw from there to there, and then from there to there. And so this is the back of our truck, okay? All right. So he's ready for some trash, I think. Okay, so you know that this thing, when it goes to the dump, right, it tilts up. So it's got to have something that it can turn on, kind of like I think they call it a pivot. So we're going to do that down here. We're going to draw a line here and a line here. And you can get kind of crazy with the lines. You could draw a line here, maybe a line here, right? Because it's all got to connect. Otherwise, this is just floating in space. And that's not how gravity works, is it? I don't know. Okay. Now, everything you do from here on out is just decoration. So you might draw a door handle. You might draw a mirror. You might draw, maybe this thing is a little too full of trash. Okay, so you can do little mounds of trash. Maybe it's a little bit stinky. The way I like to show that something smells is to draw little zigzags, because it's like, ew. Okay. You can draw the ground, that's right. So then just do a line connecting the bottom of the wheel. Okay. And then just go crazy. Have fun. Like I've always said, there's no wrong way to do a drawing as long as you're having fun. Because art is supposed to be fun. If you get frustrated while you're drawing, then just take a break and then start over some other time. Because there's never a bad time to draw unless you're getting frustrated. Okay? You should always enjoy it. And maybe, since he's stopped and waving, he's not going to have smoke coming out the back. But if you didn't draw him waving or her waving, you could do kind of like smoke back here, showing that it's driving along and it's going really fast. You could do some lines. Lines make things look like they're moving, right? Okay. Charlie, I hope you enjoyed this drawing. I really used every inch of the paper. If I were to do this over, I'd make it a little bit smaller so I had more room to draw the background. Maybe they're going by your house and they're waving, hey, Charlie. And then maybe they're going by your grandma and grandpa's house and picking up their trash, and then they're off to the dump. Well, anyway, Charlie, I'm so happy that you like drawing, and everybody else who was watching along, thank you for following along. If you have any requests for me, let me know, and maybe I will teach you how to draw those things in a future tutorial. I really appreciate it. Everybody stay safe, stay happy, keep drawing. All right, bye.